Your destiny lies with me.
Hey guys, thanks for dropping by the Star Wars headquarters. I hope you guys are all doing good. And in this video, we're talking about why we believe DICE and EA will be supporting Battlefront 2 with a lot of DLC in 2019, including brand new Clone Wars content beyond Geonosis, which will be based on the Clone Wars TV series. If you didn't hear, the Clone Wars TV series, the animated TV series, is coming back next year, guys. They released a trailer. We did a full breakdown and coverage of all of this yesterday. So if you missed it, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check it out. And we are extremely excited for this, guys. You have no idea. Hit that like button if you are as excited as us. And then also, we'll be talking about how next year could bring content based on Episode 9 as well, and then even more content too. And we're also going to talk about what this content, what this new content could actually be. So we believe, Ahsoka could be a new hero. We believe we could see new skins for Anakin and Obi-Wan, and even new maps like this location as seen in the recently released Clone Wars animated TV series trailer. So there's tons of stuff to talk about in this video. And remember to like this video and subscribe if you're new here to the Star Wars headquarters. We're going to be talking about the Clone Wars TV series a lot. We are huge fans of the TV series. And then we're going to be talking a lot about Battlefront 2 and what's upcoming. So you don't want to miss out on the news. So be sure to subscribe. So with all that said, let's go over the many reasons why Battlefront 2 should receive tons of DLC support in 2019, including the Clone Wars content we mentioned. So as we mentioned, Clone Wars, the Clone Wars TV series is coming back next year with the new Disney streaming service. And if history has told us anything about this, it's that DICE and Lucasfilm like to release DLC that coincides with new Star Wars films or releases. They did it with The Last Jedi and the Han Solo movie, so expect even more Clone Wars DLC next year alongside the premiere of Clone Wars Season 7. So that's what we are expecting, and we wouldn't be surprised if we see brand new maps, new heroes come about, new skins, maybe new weapons, new vehicles. We'll have to see what comes of all of this next year. And to add to that, guys, I want to add more to that. Lead design director Dennis Bronville posted a little bit of a tease about this on Reddit. So on Reddit, a user by the name of Yogi Does Reddit said, "What does this mean for the future content of Battlefront 2?" And he was speaking about the new Clone Wars trailer. And Forge, who is Ben Walk, he's the community manager for Battlefront 2, said, "Nothing I can share right now. We just saw the trailer when you did." Now, Dennis responded, who goes by the name of Firewall. He said, "Well, ... And then Forge responded again and said, "Shh, I'm going on holiday tomorrow. I don't want to come back to thousands of notifications." So, to me, that's a tease. It's a small tease. It's nothing official, of course. But Dennis Bronville's kind of putting it out there that, we kind of knew this was coming. And, to me, he's kind of saying to us that you can expect some DLC to release alongside the premiere of the Clone Wars TV series coming back next year. So, I'm extremely excited about this, guys. I know I keep on saying how excited I am, but if you are as excited as I am, hit that like button and let me know in the comments below. And let me know, what do you want to see come out of all of this potential Clone Wars DLC that could potentially release alongside the return of the Clone Wars TV series? I'm very curious to see what you guys want to see come out of all of this. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Episode 9, because Episode 9 is releasing next year too, and this will most likely also have DLC for Battlefront 2 as well, because they did it with Last Jedi, as I mentioned earlier. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them release, new heroes, new maps, possibly new modes, alongside the release of Episode 9. It certainly makes sense. So I'm expecting content based on Episode 9, the Clone Wars, maybe even more stuff as well. So 2019 is looking like a very active year for Star Wars, and it could be one of the busiest years for Battlefront 2 as well. We certainly need more content because, as you know, this year has been very sparse with new content. We've gotten some maps from, you know, the old Battlefront, from Battlefront 2015. It's taking a while for us to get Geonosis, so I'm excited for 2019. I think things are going to really start kicking off when, you know, the new large-scale game mode releases in fall, and then they release Geonosis with the new squad system, the new heroes. I think that's going to be when it all starts ramping up for us, guys, and they start hitting it with a lot of DLC for us. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that's what happens. Another factor is, you know, Battlefield 5 will have released by then, so hopefully that means they can pull those developers off of Battlefield 5 back onto Battlefront 2 like they should be doing, of course. And they can really dedicate all of those developers to getting that content out to us, getting the new DLC out to us for Battlefront 2. So I'm really hoping that's what happens. Now, there's another factor in there that contributes to the fact that I believe that we're getting content for Battlefront 2 next year. Respawn Entertainment's new Star Wars game, that's coming out next year. But it's a single-player game, or at least described to be a single-player game so far. So this means that EA will most likely still focus heavily on Battlefront 2 as their primary multiplayer title for Star Wars, and then update it with DLC constantly with new skins, heroes, maps, modes, and so on into 2019. So again, that's another factor that I can put in there as well, because I know many of you guys are probably thinking about that too. You know, wondering if Respawn's game is going to be the main game next year. I think Respawn's game is going to be a huge game next year, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's going to be the multiplayer game that EA will be focusing on. I think that Battlefront 2 will still be that live service Star Wars game that they're going to focus on into 2019. Now, let's talk about what new content we could expect to release next year. So, as I mentioned before, you know, Ahsoka is definitely one of the heroes that I expect to release next year, and I would not be surprised to see her be one of the main heroes, one of the main DLC releases for next year. I certainly want to see her come to Battlefront 2. I know you guys do, and I'm excited that she was in the trailer at the end of the Clone Wars trailer. If you didn't see it again, don't forget to click on the link in the description below. And to add to that, I believe she could have multiple skins. So right here, this is the Clone Wars Ahsoka, of course, and then I believe we could also get a Rebel version of Ahsoka as well, and she could be the first hero that wields 2 lightsabers as well, so that could be a huge feature of hers that everyone talks about, the fact that she is the hero that is the dual-wielding hero. How cool would that be? On top of that, she was in the trailer again, the brand new trailer, and this could be an additional skin as well, a 3rd skin for Ahsoka, so I think that'd be really cool to see. Now, since we're on the subject of skins, Obi-Wan and Anakin were also shown in the new Clone Wars TV series trailer, and they could also have additional skins as seen here with their robes on, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the case, because I know that usually they take off the robes when they're in combat, and it would be probably pretty difficult for DICE to animate robes like this, but nonetheless, it would be really cool to see these skins appear in Battlefront 2. Now, let's talk about this location that we mentioned previously. So this location, many people believe this is Fort Anaxis, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but this location did appear in the Clone Wars TV series previously. It also appeared in Star Wars Rebels, and then of course it's going to appear in the upcoming season of the Clone Wars. So this location looks absolutely beautiful. Again, it's not confirmed to be Fort Anaxis. I do want to make that clear, but it looks beautiful, and it would be an awesome map for Battlefront 2. Imagine battling it out on this location. It looks like a very unique and beautiful location for sure. Let me know what you guys think about that, and let me know what other locations or maps you would like to see come to Battlefront 2. I really want to see Coruscant. I really want to see, you know, Utapau, Mustafar, locations like that come back into Battlefront 2. Those are some iconic Clone Wars locations for sure. And maybe they could even include Darth Vader's castle at a certain point as well. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to continue talking about Clone Wars DLC and the Clone Wars TV series right here at the Star Wars headquarters. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your day, and may the Force be with you always.